Hey guys, so I guess as promised, my wife said she would give you guys an update on the tractor. Since I'm the one that uses it the most, she asked me to kind of tell you my thoughts. So I'll be honest with you, this thing's exceeded my expectations. I'm not a big fan of the regen cycle. We did have one of those kick in. It's not a huge deal. I mean, I was able to continue I was laying rock for the driveway here, and it didn't make it to where I couldn't use the tractor, but I did have to. If you can come, Jenny, come over and show them the dash. I don't know if you can see it. No, the light, well, you can sort of see where they're at, but basically there's two lights that kick on. One looks like a little DE or the regen exhaust thing will pop up, and then and it stays solid lit. There's another one that comes up and's flashing. And the reason that was flashing for me is it was telling me to increase my RPM. I typically run I don't know, about 1,800 to 2,000 RPM just for general purpose use, so I don't get all the way up to the PTO 5,400 RPM range because I'm not doing earthwork. But anyway, it told me so I raised the RPM up to the 540 mark, and you could tell there was an audible difference in the exhaust note and a kind of an odor as it was burning off the soot out of the diesel particulate filter. Other than that, I still had plenty of power. I was able to continue to work. This was the first regen cycle it did. It was at about 23.5 hours. It ran for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. And then the light went off telling me the regen cycle was complete. And that was really all there was to it. If I had been done with my work and it was still on, I would have had to just, I guess, park it and leave the RPMs running and leave it running and go do something else until it finished. I don't like that. But we can thank our government officials for that one. Other than the regen thing, the tractor itself, it's been flawless. I've had zero issues out of it. No broken pins, no nothing. Now, I don't abuse this tractor. I treat it pretty good. It stays in an enclosed building. I've used it for picking up sticks, hauling logs. I've got a grapple for the front. I'm not a huge fan of the box blade. I guess it works, but I tried to use it for leveling out the gravel. And it's either digging too deep or the tractor will get slightly sideways on a grade and then the edge of it digs into the ground and gouges. Honestly, back dragging the front bucket, I think works 10 times better than the box blade. If I had it to do over again, my recommendation to you guys is if you're doing gravel work and just general purpose, don't get the box blade. If you're doing gravel, they make one, I forget what they call it, a land plane, I think. It's a lot longer and it's designed specifically to level gravel. That one may work better, but for me, the box blade, not a lot of value. Bucket, fantastic. Use that front end loader all the time. Grapple, awesome, especially if you live in the dense woods and you got brush. The Kubota tractor itself, I love everything about it. I have no issues with it whatsoever. We intend on buying a tiller for this in the very near future, and we've got a pasture out here. I think my wife may have showed you that in an earlier video. If you didn't see it, go check it out. But we've got a lot of pasture land out here. We're going to till up and try to plant us a garden, so hang with us and you'll get to see us put some corn in, and I don't know what else she's planning on, beans, okra, I don't know what else she's planning on putting in there. For me, I want some corn. I like corn. So we're going to use it for that. It's by no means a tractor designed for a big farm. I mean, it's a 60 horse. It's perfect for what we need. Any bigger, and I wouldn't be able to fit in between the trees because I considered going bigger. Any smaller, and I don't believe I would be very happy because some of the logs I've had to pick up with the grapple, I literally picked the whole back end of this tractor off the ground and didn't know it until I had to put it in four-wheel drive thinking I was spinning, and that's when I realized the whole thing's teetering because the back end, and these tires are weighted, they're full of fluid, and it picked the whole back of the tractor up. So the front end loader's got plenty of strength to it for what we're doing, and it's narrow and small enough to fit between trees. So other than that, I mean, I couldn't ask for a different tractor. If I was gonna buy another one, and I know what I know now, I'd still buy this tractor. That's the truth. The only thing I would consider other than this one, there is they call it this big brother of this one. It's got a little bit larger tires, a little bit higher lifting capacity, but the frame size is almost the same. I forget the series number on that one, but instead of an MX, I think it's just a standard M, and it's an M6000. That one is the big brother to this one, but there's a pretty significant increase in price. Now, yeah, you get more tractor for that, but for what I'm doing around here, this one's perfectly fine. The only thing I would replace this with, if I was going to do it, would be an M series. I definitely would not go smaller. So I guess that's all I got to say. Jenny, do you have anything?
I don't think I have anything.
All right, so I guess that's my initial thoughts and impressions on this with about 24 hours on it now. We'll keep you guys updated as we continue to use it. And if we have any issues, I'll be as transparent with you as I can. I did check out John Deere's. When I looked at this one, I don't like plastic hoods and parts that are not made in the United States. I realize everything's got parts made overseas now, but I think the Kubota has more, it's more USA kind of assembled and made, I think more so than John Deere nowadays, which is sad to say. I grew up, my dad had a John Deere tractor growing up, and I loved the thing. I used to bush hog the field with it. But anyway, all's good. The only thing I'm looking up to now is the oil change, and I'm not looking forward to that, because if you've got a hydrostatic tractor from Kubota, I've priced it out to change the hydrostatic fluid, the fuel filters, the oil filters, basically service the whole unit. You're looking at some substantial money, upwards of $500+ just in fluids and parts, and that's with you doing the labor yourself. So but that's the price you pay for a really nice piece of equipment and keeping it running good. So we'll be doing that, and we'll show you that at some point in this series. I'm sure it won't be long. See you guys later.